position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Huskers will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Maryland's offense will take the field first. Last time we saw these guys, they came out firing. They were up to any challenge offered by the secondary. Any suggestions on how to prevent that from happening again this week, David?
And it's tough to have that great of a QB and that great of a wide receiver, but you definitely...
Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
You usually want to start a game when you come into a hostile environment with a great first drive, get some momentum, quiet the crowd. Palmer, the exact opposite. On the road, and you make a big mistake over it.
Yeah, I love coming into a hostile environment, trying to be aggressive from jump, but that interception was like giving every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Floats it out in space. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They're dealing with a second and long. Rides to back and leaves it. Got the first down and more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. To the air on first down. Quick completion on the out.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They'll run play action. Takes the easy one to the back. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Makes a grab past the marker. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on fourth down. Instead, they back up. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen. You set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, second and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Terrapins line up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. catches it at the 30. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. So they've put up some early points, and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Makes the grab. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. The Cornhuskers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Barnes. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Wicks. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And that is a different collision. When you're trying to hit the tight end after he catches the football, this ain't a 185-pound wide receiver. Most of these guys, 240, 250, 260, try to go low, take out those ankles. And you see a lot of times that's when they hurdle or they're used to it too. But those big...
Touchdown, Nebraska! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time. But when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. SMU made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms that there is something special brewing with these Mustangs. Just another week in the Big 12 where anything can happen on any given Saturday. As we send things back to you guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. 3rd down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moves to change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. On target. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. The Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in because this passing attack, it's lethal because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. They'll go to the air. Dumps it off in the flats. Beck's going for the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland!
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. On the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Quick pass on the jet motion. Touchdown, Terrapins! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Wants to go up top on first down. Still on his feet. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He is an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Short throw to the sideline is complete, and he's out of bounds after picking up a couple. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on second and 15. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. The screen, he can go. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And the Terrapins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These teams putting up some early points, and now they have it back up 10-7. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's random. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Third down coming up after the completion. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Catch inside the 25. Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've switched ends of the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Catch in the middle, it's random. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. And the Huskers will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that is how it's done. It's go time in the red zone, 3rd and goal. We need a sack, need a big play. That was a monster sack by the defense. Let's go.
And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Here's the handoff. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Got his man down the middle. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Terrapins want to move quickly.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. He's got him this time. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so...
Turning it on! Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. And the Terrapins back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking downfield on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football. The impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Finds his man. It's March. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Cornhuskers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. And he just needed a few inches, and he didn't get it. The defense denies this offense. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Hold and fire complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. So now it's second and long. They'll run it from the gun. Shakes off the defender. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Unloads to the right. There were serious revolutions on that third down pass, but it's incomplete. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. And his throw is incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's random. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. Wants to keep it in the air. A strike downfield. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Wants to throw on first down. Quick completion on the out route. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. The Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. The lone back's got it. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Looking to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Punt is on its way. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Going right to work up top. Looking for a huge play. That one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time it's complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. To the air on second down. Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
That penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Here's the return. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll try the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Motion from the back. Snapped it in the shotgun. Snagged in the middle. It's Griffin. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they're able to get him on the ground. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Wants to throw on third down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barnes. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. Clock winding towards zero. They'll get one more snap off. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first two quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, back to the sea of red and our guys at Memorial Stadium.
Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. They're dealing with a second and long. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Huskers will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. To the ground with the back. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Terrapins want to pick up the tempo.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run, a pickup of 6.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. They'll try to get the first through the air. The throw to the outside is complete. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Finds his big tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. And the pass is broken up, incomplete, but there is a penalty flag on the field, and they may be throwing it in reverse. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Working the middle. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration. Quarterback on the keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Maryland!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. UCF is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Using the quick game.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oklahoma State. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Cornhuskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Now the play fake. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Fires to the wideout. On target over the middle. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. To the air on 1st down. Caught near the sidelines. He'll pick up a few before going out of bounds. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to throw again. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So here comes the field goal unit once again. They've already kicked 3 tonight. Splits the uprights. Good. They extend the lead to 5 here in the 3rd.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over-'em football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers now.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. And the ball comes out. What a breaks into the open. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
The AT unit on the field. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The pull and throw off the RPO. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's got him. And he'll move his way forward to the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 35. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Terrapins have their offense in high gear. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires complete on the crosser. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Still on his feet. He's racked up 92 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
And let's not complicate this. It's worked before. The QB sneak continues to get 1st downs. Keep using it. Keep moving the chains.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker, oh, he's got some space. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a 1st down. The Huskers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Hunt is on its way. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Out of the gun, the running back has it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Finds a man on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Got his man.
You gotta like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
I remember back when I played for the Florida Gators, if you had 3,000 yards passing in a season, you might be an All-American. I know times have changed, but with that last completion, this guy's already over the 3,000-yard milestone this year.
And the Terrapins in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The play-action fake. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. He's looking to pass. Bringing the heat. Trying to find the end zone. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. A third and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to pull his way in. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Terrapins!
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on fourth down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting matchup this week in the Big 12 today. In fact, they're all interesting this season. Louisiana has just had no answer for the onslaught they faced today. A crucial game for this team, and they did not answer the bell. They're trailing by 16 to Navy. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man, it's Randall. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Motion from the wide receiver. Shotgun snap on third down. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A costly penalty wipes out that third down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but it's only by one possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on! He now has 106 yards on the ground so far in this one, and he is closing in on that 1,000-yard mark. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. From the gun, the running back looking for room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play and they pick up a first down. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
And just like that, the game is completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 2 here in the fourth. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here's a throw downfield late. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. He'll do it himself. Touchdown, Terrapins! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They'll try to tack on an extra point here deep in the game. And that extra point might be the thing that brings it home. They're up by 9 late in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got the back over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Randall. And he jukes the first guy, made him miss, and picked up a few before being brought down. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Wants to throw again. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. Running inside the 20.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT. Finally, the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
Now, I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job by this team being ready, getting the W.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.